What's up, everybody? Andrew Mahone here with my good friend Sean Lyden.
How's it going?
From Full Grip Games. We're going to be playing an old school matchup here on the tabletops for you all, and I've got Buzzapdos, one of my favorite decks from the base set format. Very fun deck to play. Plays that Zapdos and Electrode just to show off two of the main Pokemon from the deck. That base set Zapdos, such a cool card, very iconic. That original artwork, one of the very first Pokemon cards released in 1990, what was it, 99, 98, something like that?
99.
Crazy, right? So, awesome stuff there. And then the Electrode there, you blow it up, you give up a prize at the cost of putting 2 energy onto the Zapdos, you get it powered up, and you try to just wipe your opponent out with cards limiting their hand, like last, things like that. Try to just get them, depleted of Pokemon on their side of the field, really before they can kind of muster up anything to knock out a Zapdos. And then, Sean, what do you got over there?
I got a Haymaker of the Air. I'm a fan of all things Haymaker.
Sean and I love the Haymaker mirrors, yes.
Going to be focusing on Electrode this time around.
Yes.
Every time he gets real greedy and makes a Voltorb energy, I'm going to super energy removal.
Super energy removal that, right. So
got a Hitmonchan, not really effective here. But
Hitmonchan, yeah, right. Zapdos resists Hitmonchan by 30, so they're not going to be doing a whole lot in this matchup. You also have Doduo, who's weak to lightning, but that doesn't really matter since my Zapdos will probably
be in and out.
Yes, be knocking those out anyway. We got a super energy Abzogger there.
Yeah, German one in there.
Yeah, so oops, but oh well. So that should be fun. And I mean, basically, my strategy is going to be to try to use Lass here to keep these energy removals out of his hand while I could just plow away with Zapdos turn after turn, and we're gonna see how that works out. I found that usually Zapdos can win, maybe one game in a best of 3. Also, guys, I have the Misty playmats back at my Etsy store, so if you are interested in the Misty playmats, they are back. And I want to just quick shout out to everybody who's placed an order for one of these, supported Mahone's Tricky Gym by buying the Misty playmats. You guys are awesome. Also, I have a copy of the Buzzapdos deck in my Etsy store for sale. So it is literally sitting right here on the shelf, all sealed up. This actually looks like a sealed Ultra Pro deck box, but there is a deck in here, and I taped it shut on the bottom. So yes, this is what you will get if you order that Buzzapdos deck, waiting patiently for a new home in my Etsy store.
Very good. I know, I just bought my second playmat. Misty playmats are so good.
Oh, yeah. I love these. I was really excited to get to put in another order for them, so just really excited about that. I'm also getting a brand new double playmat for these tabletop games, so soon you guys will see the brand new Tricky Gym artwork on that. Also double playmat. Really, really excited about that too. So we set up first, and then we flip. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the mulligan rules are 2 cards. So that's and then if you win the flip, you go first. Do you have a basic?
Yes, sir. We'll be getting 2
cards.
No.
All right. Yes, neither of us have basics, so we're gonna do that again. See if we can get basics this time. And I don't know. I think if this if the first game goes south real quick, maybe we'll try another here. I'm not going to say that we have to commit to best of 3. If we get one really good game in, then we'll just call it at one game. We'll kind of see. Just trying to get a situation where we get to show off the strengths of both of these decks. But Sean and I really like the Haymaker. That's why we got Sean over here playing the Haymaker. I'm trying to get into some other formats as well to show off other formats in the old school decks, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, thank goodness, because I would have gotten benched. All right, yes, you go ahead and mulligan that. That's fine. So I've got 2 boys here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so Sean and I love Haymaker mirrors. We play this all the time. But a lot of people give Haymaker mirrors some flack. So why do you think that is? Why do you think that some people really don't like the Haymaker mirrors? But I mean, we love it though. So what do you like about it, and why do you think some people don't like it?
I can tell you we'll play some tonight. Maybe we'll do one for the cameras.
Oh, that would be fun. That'd be fun. But what do you like particularly about the Haymaker mirrors, Sean?
I like the kind of the interaction and the slow thing where you can just hold cards in your hand and when to play stuff, when not to play stuff.
The pacing is really fun. Yeah. All right, I'll take my 2 mulligans. All right, and would you like heads or tails, sir?
Heads, please.
All right.
Kind of when you have you might have a oak in your
Tails
hand.
it is, so I'll go first.
You don't play it.
Right.
So to draw pass and know when to use them.
Right, exactly. Draw. Okay, so that mulligan was like a big deal for me here. I think that this deck actually doesn't really want to go off turn 1. It kind of wants to go off like turn 2 because you need to evolve into your Electrodes, though. So I'm going to start off with a Computer Search. Computer Search away my Gust of Wind and Full Heal. And I got some first edition Shadowless cards in here. Pretty
very
nuts.
nice, yeah.
This is like one of my favorite decks, so I put like some of the real money cards in here. So we've got some Shadowless Voltorbs. I got a Shadowless Electrode right there as well. I think all my trainers in this deck are Shadowless too, so that's super cool. A lot of fun. Think I will get myself Zapdos, and then we're going to go in a little bit. The funny thing about the Buzzapdos deck is that the pacing for the Buzzapdos deck is completely different than every other deck this format. This is your run and gun deck. You just try to outspeed your opponent. So we're going to scoop up this Voltorb. It comes to my to my hand, put him down. Then we are going to attach Lightning here, plus power, Defender, and Oak. So
Whoa.
fresh hand is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I know I'm not attacking on the first turn of the game here. You know, we are just, we're just putting that there because it just, was going to get discarded otherwise. And that's first edition plus power as well. All right, so we got, that gets discarded because I'm just going to pass to you. Defender, awesome for this deck. Zapdos actually does 30 damage to itself with its Thunder attack if you flip a Tails. So Defender can help prevent some of that self-damage and just give Zapdos some mileage when it comes to using that Thunder attack over and over again. Since you're going to want to just like Thunder, and maybe knock out a couple Pokemon, and then just Thunderbolt for like the final knockout real quick. That's kind of like the goal of the deck. Sean, what are you looking for as far as your board position right now? What are your thoughts kind of going on here?
I'm going to disrupt you and get rid of the Zapdos.
Get rid of the Zapdos.
Yeah, right?
Uh-huh. So you think like energy removal, like is that what you're thinking?
A little bit of that stuff, something to disrupt you.
Uh-huh.
Oh, cards off the table.
So we got the lightning energy there. Very good.
I'm going to energy removal your
Yep.
single.
So strip that energy away.
And then Thunder Shock.
All right, see if you can keep me paralyzed.
You have the Defender on, right?
I do have the Defender, so no damage. Yeah, see if you paralyze me, though. You do not. All right, that's big. Okay, very good. So I will draw. And as you saw on the first turn of my game there, I do have a Full Heal. So, like, that's my only line of defense against that Thunder Shock there, which can be very annoying because it could buy Sean more time. Sean, you might have just lost yourself the game there, bud.
I have. I think Electrode,
we just go here,
power,
and then I go Bill, right? And I could draw 2 cards. And then, I go plus power here, and we can, we could just item finder, discard 2 cards for a comp search.
Ooh.
And then comp search, discard 2 cards.
Oh, we gotta see what's in there, though.
For an Electrode. We're going to Buzzap them both. Attach them both. You take 2 prizes, and I Thunderbolt for game. All right, so that is the power of the Buzzapdos deck there. We just did 100 damage on 120 damage on turn 2.
That is me used to the Haymaker pacing, where I didn't set my basic down because I thought I had a few more turns.
All right, so Sean, that quite literally caught Sean off guard. I don't think he's ever... Have you ever played against Buzzapdos before?
I have played against it once, and I ran you over. And then that didn't happen.
That didn't happen quite like that. That's the way the deck is supposed to go. So,
might last you next time.
Yes, I think lasting me there would have been very good for you. The best line of defense, and I mean, honestly, Buzzapdos is a deck that works best against unsuspecting opponents.
Yes, me. I'm just sitting here thinking I have a few more turns to play the game.
No. So, yes, it does work best against unsuspecting opponents. I think ideally there, if you got another couple guys down, I'm going to go item finder for my Oak again, or I'm going to Oak again, and try to draw into the other Electrode, and then also try to last you that turn with the plus powers on my Zapdos to try and, Thunder, knock out the Electabuzz there, and then try to hope that maybe I can just knock out 2 more guys before you draw anything. And that's kind of like the hope there. Your best line of defense against Buzzapdos is to bench as many things as you can. That's it.
I see that now.
So that when I do last you, which I will, that you just have as much time as possible. So that Chansey that's in that deck as well.
I can see the chance of being very good. It can
Very
take
good.
2 hits.
Yeah, it's 2 hits. It's taking 2 hits, no matter what, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like the Pokemon Go chance.
Yes.
Blissey. Yeah.
Blissey, right. Very similar. So I'm assuming that you will elect to go first here.
I
It was a
will.
very, very quick game. So let's just continue along here. See how this goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But I'm glad you all got to see at least Buzzapdos go.
cards.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Glad you got to see Buzzapdos kind of go off and do its thing, at least for the one time. That's it's always
0 to 100. Yeah.
quite literally, yes. 0 to 100. That's why it's one of my favorite decks to play from this era. It kind of feels like, like Night March in some ways. That kind of revving your engine and just letting the deck really go off is a lot of fun. Almost no matter what era you're playing, just to see how fast it can go. I always find Electrode decks to be just very fun as well. Electrode always has some sort of you sacrifice a surprise card, knock out the Electrode in order to power up some attackers kind of thing. Electrode Prime from back in the day, blew himself up, looked at the top 8 cards or something and accelerated, maybe top 7 cards, and accelerated all the energy you found there. There was the Electrode EX that accelerated 5 energy from the discard pile, also very good. Well, Sean, you're looking like the deck might be stalling out a little
Very
bit.
bad, yeah. How many cards in hand?
I have 6. You could just last. I think if that's
last.
all you got to do it.
Yeah.
Because my hand is like juice over
I was
here.
gonna
I
say,
got
there's no way you
Comp
have
Surge built.
anything.
Yeah. That's all bad. In fact, I could just win the game with a Voltorb. I could have gone all in,
the Voltorb, yeah.
and I could have gotten a Voltorb
What
and
do you
3
left
plus
with then?
powers. So Sean Lass is here, and that's a big power play from Sean. He's saying that he's hoping that I don't really get anything going too quickly.
And I will be top decking an Oak. So,
Yes,
yeah.
and so he's hoping that he top decks before me. But I think with a dead hand, like with what Sean had, choosing to strip both of the trainers out of both of our hands, it's a heads-up play there, because if I go off and he's got nothing, then that Lass is not going to do him anything. So he needed to play that there. The Doduo can actually get in there and start attacking right now. I mean, you could attack on the first turn of the game in this format. So we're going to see that happen. And we get 1.
10 on the
so
board, yeah.
10 on board, and then I'm going to draw. Oh, Sean,
is this a quick 2-0 here?
I top deck the Oak. So
oh, man. Okay.
I think I don't go for game here, but I could. I don't know. So we're gonna let it
some
ride.
things here, yeah. It doesn't matter how many heads I flip.
6, 7.
I'm
At
4
this
turns away with
point,
some perfect coin flips.
I think that yikes. I mean, we are kind of just committed at this point. I think I'm gonna bench another Zapdos, energy removal you, and then yikes. Do we just do this? This feels horrible. I think I'm going to item finder for the Oak again. And I'm just going to, I guess I could start to kind of prepare my board. I think I'm going to attach the energy here in Oak. I think I'm going to go for a win next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4,
that's fine, yeah.
5, 6, 7. And the idea is to just, yes, I like this play better, right? The idea is to just try to build my board so that I win if you don't top deck. That's kind of what I'm trying to obtain here. And so I just need to get a Voltorb Electrode in play. And if you don't top deck an energy removal or something to disrupt this, then I think I'm trying to just build that situation where you just you lose. So I will.
I can see it coming.
I will computer search. Okay, and then I'm gonna go get myself a Voltorb there, that's what I want. Very good. And then I don't want you to top deck Lass again. So then I also am going to energy retrieval, and I have to discard my Lass to get 2 lightning back from the discard pile. So I will do that. And the reason I played the energy retrieval preemptively is because if Sean there, I'm depending on my win condition, I'm depending on having an energy, and the energy retrieval is the only out that I had to it. So if Sean top decks a Lass there again and plays it, then I don't have the energy I need to win the game. So right now I do, Sean doesn't know that I have the Electrode, but he saw me discard one, so he's like,
a pretty good idea.
I've got 2 lightnings and Electrode in this 4-card hand.
Oh.
So I think I just pass, and it's all on this top deck. And
well, I'm going to super that.
oh no! Okay. So he does buy himself
one more turn.
One more turn. My goodness. Okay.
There needs to be some action on
Evolve
top
here.
though.
It does need to be some action at this point. There's no questioning that. I think at this point, I just try to build up a little bit more of a stable board again. I think I'm going to item finder for my oak again. And this is crazy, but like I'm going to attach and then oak. I'm just trying to build up a board where I have multiple electrodes, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I can afford to just like plow through my deck like this because I'm trying to win very quickly. And yeah, I think, I definitely don't blow up the Electrode yet. If he gets some fire going, I don't want him to have to be able to remove all my guys. But I wanted the second Voltorb down here. Just in case he does remove all this, then I can double blow up Electrode last and then go for another quick win if I have the opportunity to. So that's kind of what I'm thinking here, and we're just going to pass to you. So we'll see. What is that?
It's not some action.
Oh, it's
another turn, technically.
It is another turn, for sure. The Doduo retreating that. Very good play.
He can attack.
Gets you, right. He can attack. Also, just giving yourself the free retreaters. Nice, in case you get going with an Electabuzz or something like that. So I'm going to start by attaching a plus power here. We definitely want to knock that thing out without, without having to discard all my energy with Thunderbolt. So that's good. Then I'm going to build just to get a couple more cards in my hand here. It's a tough call. I mean, oaking again feels bad. But I think that we're probably in a situation where that might need to happen. I don't have any lightnings in my hand. I don't necessarily need to oak. I can item finder. Yeah, we'll do that. I'm going to item finder, discarding Zapdos and oak. And I'm going to go and grab that energy retrieval. Now, I don't want to play as aggressively as I might need to here in case he gets something else. So I don't want to like oak this plus power that I have in my hand away. And I'm going to energy retrieval and discard. At this point, the scoop up feels good. I think I want to discard that. I don't think that I'll be needing it. Get these two lightnings into my hand. And the tough thing here is that by blowing up this Electrode, I actually give Sean a prize. But, I mean, he's literally sitting on a 0 card hand. So, I mean, like, we're kind of just hoping that this buffs out. All right, I'm going to Buzzap here, so you do take a prize. And then I think that we just, I'm going to Thunder. So I flip a coin. If Tails, I do 30 damage to myself. And it is Tails, so yes, I do take that damage. All right, what do you got here, Sean?
Well, we got to build off the top.
Oh, boy.
Does he get us into anything else?
Is it getting him into some gas? Can he get moving here?
Interesting.
Very precarious board state that I'm in. I didn't play my hand down further, because I wanted to keep that plus power here.
Zapdos.
Okay, and see, I got rid of my scoop up, which now feels bad.
Fury attack.
Yeah. And 20. All right.
On the board. All right.
So getting rid of the scoop up doesn't feel good now, and I was worried about that draw. I was worried about this exact situation here. I think that we kind of just have to. Oh, this is fine. I can totally win. Yeah, because I could just retreat the Zapdos. So we're gonna go here.
You can't retreat the Zapdos.
Yes, he didn't get anything else going, so we could just attach this there as well. And then we're going to oak. See if we can draw it. Yeah, we got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I will here Buzzap. So you take another prize. But we are going to retreat and Thunderbolt that Doduo.
I got to know, was the next card anything good?
It would have gotten you out. So we had just the right amount of turns. It's exactly what the Buzzapdos deck is supposed to do, though, is just be hyper aggressive and just run your opponent out of Pokemon before they can establish a board state. I think that might be one of the first series this deck has ever won.
I was going to say, game 1, I kind of made some bad calls, but
right.
now I know.
You comp surged for something that wasn't another Pokemon.
I had that Pokemon in my hand, and I decided
yeah.
not to play it for, I just didn't even want him on the board.
See, in the Haymaker mirror, that's often like a very heads-up play. You don't want to put a liability down. Nobody's getting one-hit KO'd. You just
that thing just knocked me out on turn 2. I was not ready for it.
Things escalated very quickly. Right. Did escalate very quickly. So
before you know it, you had plus power, and one in the discard from the turn before.
Right.
Stealing 80.
And I think that would have been, like, very cool, like, back in the day. I always wondered, like, what would it have been like to actually go to, like, League, to play against people back in the day with these decks. I mean, lists were not public knowledge. There was, you just didn't know. People didn't know what was good. People didn't know, what the metagame was necessarily. So you show up with your Zapdos deck, people might not be expecting that you're going to, last them and get a turn 2 Thunderbolt or whatever. It's just
playing a bunch of Hitmonchans and
right.
they'll deal nothing with it.
So that surprise factor is definitely a big deal for Buzzapdos. Obviously, the more you learn to play against the deck, Sean won't make that mistake again.
Yes, game 1 will never happen.
Sure.
Yes.
Right.
Hope you recorded that.
Anyways, big shout out to Sean. Thank you very much for the tabletop game and for hanging out here on the channel with us.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. And thank you all for watching the video. Make sure to like the video, sub to the channel. Check out the Misty Mats in the description below, in the Etsy store below. Make sure to check out the Patreon stuff as well. Shout out to all my amazing patrons. You guys are the ones that keep this channel up and running. So make sure to hit the like button, all that good stuff. You guys know what to do. Peace.